He is one of the most recognizable faces on American television. Millions watch him laugh, react, and deliver punchlines with effortless timing. To the public, Steve Harvey represents confidence, success, and sharp-dressed authority. But long before the tailored suits and billion-dollar brand, there was a man crying alone inside a car, wondering if his dream had cost him everything. His story is not just about fame. It is about poverty, humiliation, reinvention, and faith. To understand the empire, we must first meet the boy who once wrote a single sentence: "I want to be on TV." Coal mines and quiet lessons. Broderick Stephen Harvey was born in 1957 in Welch, West Virginia, a coal mining town where survival required grit. His father, Jesse Harvey, worked deep in the mines for $5 a day, embodying discipline and endurance. His mother, Eloise, was a Sunday school teacher who filled their modest home with faith and encouragement. From his father, Steve learned responsibility. From his mother, he learned belief. They did not give him wealth or connections, but they gave him something stronger: resilience. Those early lessons would anchor him decades later when success seemed impossibly far away. The stutter that silenced a star. Before he mastered the microphone, Steve Harvey could barely speak without stumbling. He suffered from a severe stutter that made simple words feel like mountains. Children mocked him mercilessly, giving him cruel nicknames and laughing when he struggled to say vanilla at a deli counter. Speaking became torture. So he listened instead. He observed people carefully, reading body language and tone. Ironically, the silence that once embarrassed him sharpened the skills that would later define his comedy. The future king of quick comebacks was once a boy afraid to say hello. The dream that was mocked. In 6th grade, a teacher asked students to write what they wanted to become. Steve wrote, "I want to be on TV." Instead of encouragement, he received ridicule. The teacher told him it was unrealistic, especially for a poor black boy who could not even speak clearly. The class laughed. Humiliation burned into his memory. But when he showed the paper to his father, Jesse did not mock him. He told his son to keep it and look at it every morning. That simple instruction planted defiance. The dream was wounded, but it was not dead. Searching for direction, the Harvey family eventually moved to Cleveland, Ohio, trading coal mines for steel mills. Steve's stutter gradually faded, but confusion replaced it. He tried college at Kent State and dropped out. He worked on a Ford assembly line, sold insurance, cleaned carpets, and delivered mail. None of it felt right. He was the funny guy in the break room, but laughter did not pay the bills. By his mid-20s, he was married with children, yet felt trapped by mediocrity. The dream in the drawer seemed distant. Still, something inside him refused to surrender. The first step onto a stage. A friend dared him to try stand-up comedy. Though he had never performed in a club, he felt a pull he could not ignore. He stepped onto the stage at Hilarity's Comedy Club in Cleveland. The lights hit his face and something shifted. The stutter vanished. The fear dissolved. For the first time, he felt free. The crowd laughed and the sound felt like oxygen. That night, he realized comedy was not just talent. It was destiny. He tasted applause and decided to leap, even though he had no safety net beneath him. The cost of the jump. In 1985, after winning an amateur competition, Steve quit his job to pursue comedy full-time. It was a decision fueled by passion, but followed by hardship. Gigs were inconsistent and poorly paid. Tension at home escalated as money disappeared. Eventually, his marriage collapsed. What began as a leap of faith turned into isolation. By 1986, he was homeless, living in a 1976 Ford Tempo. The car became his bedroom, closet, and refuge. Every night, he performed in a suit. Every morning, he woke up in a parking lot. 3 years in a Ford Tempo. From 1986 to 1989, Steve Harvey lived out of his car. He washed in gas station bathrooms and stored food in a cooler in the back seat. When promoters failed to pay him, he drove hungry to the next city. After one unpaid gig in Florida, he sat in his car and cried, asking God for relief. The humiliation was suffocating. Yet, quitting would mean confirming every doubt ever spoken over him. So, he endured. Those years sharpened his voice. Pain became material. Survival became his sermon, the Apollo breakthrough. Everything changed when he received an opportunity to host Showtime at the Apollo. He borrowed money to travel to New York, knowing this audition could define his life. The Apollo Theatre was legendary and unforgiving. Performers were booed off stage without mercy. Steve walked out determined not to beg for approval. He commanded the room with humour and confidence. He got the job and hosted for 7 years. The homeless comic had become the face of one of television's most iconic stages. Sitcom stardom. In 1996, The Steve Harvey Show premiered on the WB network. Starring alongside Cedric the Entertainer, Steve brought warmth and authenticity to a show about a former musician turned teacher. It ran for 6 seasons and became a cultural staple. While mainstream networks favoured other sitcoms, Harvey built a loyal audience. He had finally achieved what that 6th grade paper predicted. He was on television. But ambition pushed him further. Comedy clubs were no longer enough. He wanted arenas. The kings of comedy. In 1997, Steve joined forces with Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, and Bernie Mac for the Kings of Comedy tour. It shattered expectations, becoming the highest-grossing comedy tour in history. Arenas filled with fans eager for laughter, rooted in shared experience. In 2000, Spike Lee directed a documentary that immortalized the phenomenon. Steve stood center stage in vibrant suits, holding audiences captive. The boy who once feared speaking now commanded thousands. Reinvention through radio and books. By the mid-2000s, his sitcom had ended, and the tour concluded. Rather than fade, Steve pivoted. He launched the Steve Harvey Morning Show, blending humor with heartfelt advice. Listeners, especially women, sought his perspective on relationships. This led to his best-selling book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. The book topped bestseller lists for months and inspired successful film adaptations. Steve was no longer just a comedian. He was a cultural voice and relationship commentator, saving a dying game show. In 2010, he accepted the role of host on Family Feud. Many believed the show was past its prime. Steve transformed it by injecting unscripted humor and candid reactions. He broke the fourth wall, stared into the camera, and turned awkward answers into viral gold. Ratings soared, making Family Feud the top syndicated show in America. His bald head and tailored suits became symbols of authority. Reinvention had worked again. He was not just surviving, he was dominating. The Miss Universe moment. On December 20th, 2015, while hosting Miss Universe, Steve made a mistake heard around the world. He announced the wrong winner. Realizing the error, he returned to the stage and corrected it live. The backlash was immediate and global. Social media exploded with ridicule. Death threats followed. It was one of television's most infamous moments. Yet, he owned the mistake publicly, refusing excuses. Instead of hiding, he faced it head-on, demonstrating accountability under unimaginable pressure. Scandal and boundaries. In 2017, a leaked internal memo revealed strict backstage boundaries he set for staff. Critics labelled him arrogant. Steve defended himself, explaining the need for quiet space amid relentless schedules. Fame, he learned, comes with expectations of constant access. Setting limits can appear cold, even when necessary. The controversy dented his friendly image, but it also highlighted a truth about success. The higher you rise, the more carefully you must guard your peace. Boundaries became essential to his survival. Family, failure, and redemption. Behind the empire were personal struggles. His first 2 marriages ended painfully, with public disputes and strained relationships with his children. Success had cost him presence. Years later, he reconciled with his daughters through heartfelt apologies. In 2007, he married Marjorie Harvey, blending their families into one. Stability followed. Fatherhood and grandfatherhood reshaped his priorities. Wealth meant little without connection. Healing at home proved more fulfilling than applause from strangers. The philosophy of the jump. In 2016, a video of Steve speaking about faith during a commercial break went viral. He described life as a leap requiring trust in God. "You have to jump," he said, explaining that safety prevents soaring. The message resonated worldwide. He expanded his philanthropic efforts through the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, mentoring boys from fatherless homes. His story became proof that adversity can be preparation. The Ford Tempo years were not punishment, they were refinement. Conclusion: more than a punchline. Steve Harvey's life defies simplicity. He is not merely a comedian or television host. He is a man who rebuilt himself repeatedly, after poverty, homelessness, public mistakes, and personal failures. The laughter we see today was forged in silence and struggle. His journey teaches that dreams may be mocked, delayed, or nearly destroyed, but they are not invalid. Their only true failure is refusing to leap. When you see him smile on screen, remember the cost. Behind that laugh is a man who jumped and survived the fall.